So, let's look at today's daily challenge. So, our clans are Hellhorned and Umbra. Mutators are Magic Hand, cards are not discarded at the end of turn. Pain Train, enemy units enter with Spikes 1, and Hollow, friendly units enter with Heartless. Well, these two clans don't have that much healing, but we need to be careful with lifesteal because lifesteal won't work with Hollow. So we need to find another way of defense. Umbra also has damage shield, which is a bit weaker with Pain Train because your units are gonna hit the enemy spikes and lose their damage shields. Other than that, the multi-strike champion might be a bit more dangerous to pick with the spikes. Yeah, let's just jump in and see what we get. One thing beforehand, it seems like from these scores that flying kill on at least one of the bosses is possible, so we should keep that in mind. So let's jump in and see what cards we get and what options we have available. Fortify, Perils of Production, and Pyre Jumper. That's actually a pretty decent start. The energy generation is just much more useful with Magic Hand because you can use it the turn you actually need it. Definitely going with the Rage here. It's pretty good with morsels as well, even though many of them will kill themselves on the spikes. So that's something I need to keep in mind. And with the spikes on the enemies, I think the Wrathful Hornbreaker Prince is the way to go because Revenge gain 1 Rage triggers a lot more if the enemy has spikes. Also, the Scorching Restraints synergize very well with this champion, although they would probably be even better with the other one. So we're facing the Clergyman and change the sighted here. These clergymen are a bit troublesome. I can't really set up the bottom floor here, otherwise my Hornbreaker is just gonna die. And even the second floor is still pretty dangerous. Unless I use a Train Steward to block some hits for me. Lifesteal not gonna be very useful. I think I will keep the morsel around as a jump blocker next turn. Double Porch. Use the Shade Splitter. This muzzle is actually quite useful. Let's use the Excavator to kill the Collector on the top. I could keep my Train Steward alive, but I could also armor up our champion. We won't get a Slay here, sadly. But I do wanna get my champion ready to get slays next turn. Let's use some units as blockers again. We could block another hit with the Rubble Morsel. And play Pyre Jumper on the top floor. It's gonna be quite close killing all of these guys. This is 14 damage. Let's wait with the Pyre Jumper. Can set him up on the top floor this turn as well. Okay, one of these, so the Tracer kills the other one, and the Pyre Jumper can kill the one in the back. Mother Mortal is nice. We do have a decent chunk of armor on. What's up with my mouse wheel? Decent chunk of armor on our champion, so we should be okay. Hi 2Puff GG, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? And we do have the kill here. Just need to make sure to play out this weight of contrition. Yeah, cleansing water would be nice to pick up. That's for sure. Hornbreak, Welder Helper, Molding Imp. Welder Helper is a decent chunk of armor, and the Welder Helper would die pretty much immediately afterwards to the spikes. So that could work out for us. Molding Imp isn't terrible either because we don't have AoE yet. Trying to master all the cards. Good luck on finding the clanless cards. Some of them are pretty tough to find. It's one of the imps here, I think. And I think it's Welder Helper. And Umbra Salt, Space Prism, Perils of Production. It's definitely not Perils, we already have 2, I don't think we want more. Space Prism is definitely great. I wouldn't mind an Umbra Salt, but I think Space Prism is gonna be better for us right now. Consumer of Crowns, we already have 2 imps. And with Magic Hand we have the opportunity to hold the Consumer of Crowns if we are unable to play him. And hold the imps for the perfect turn to play Consumer of Crown, so I will take him. He's also pretty powerful, of course, and doesn't really need much help to perform well. Spell upgrades seem not necessary. None of these spells really require an upgrade to be useful right now. So I will go to the Merchant of Steel. Quick on the Consumer of Crowns could be quite valuable. Multi-strike would be even better, but quick is already quite good. Gives us a nice defensive layer. I will not buy any of the smaller upgrades because I really want this Consumer of Crowns to have multi-strike. And we might look for it in the next Merchant of Steel if we have the gold. Morsel Master and Morsel Maker. Honestly, this is not looking like it's gonna be a morsel heavy deck, so I'm gonna skip these. Armor Emblem, okay, should be fine. Will be a bit harder to get kills with our champion. But that's about it. I do want to set up on the bottom floor if that's feasible. So let's capacity increase that floor and then we set up our champion. The muscle will just die unless I armor it up, but that's okay. Some damage against this guy. And I think we should be good with Consumer of Crowns here. Let's play the imp in the top floor. Actually, I should probably have played it on a space where the imp would die immediately. And I do want a collector. Let's see if we can find a way to prevent taking damage here. This is gonna kill the front line, and then a torch will kill the back line. We can also play a welder helper here to gain some armor, which most likely won't be needed. Hi Warrior76, welcome to the stream. And this is an easy kill thanks to our huge consumer of crowns. Vent Fortify Hornbreak. I do like a vent here. It's some AoE damage, and it does have some small synergy with our energy generation in a way. Hornbreak isn't terrible either, but I prefer vent here. Space Prism, Immortal Trait, Prismal Dust. Definitely not Immortal Trait because we have Heartless, and I don't think Prismal Dust is great in this deck, even though we do have a bunch of energy generation, so it could be quite a decent amount of damage shields, but it's a bit worse with Pain Drain. So I will take a second Space Prism so we have some more room on our main floor for things like morsels and imps. Hi Elderfish Soup, welcome. It's not looking like any of these will be very good in this deck. Horned Warrior is a bit too vulnerable to spikes. Crucible Collector doesn't really seem like he has a purpose in the deck, and Alpha Fiend is a bit too big to use effectively here. Oh, hi, tryhard only. I only just saw you in chat. I really want to try looking for multi-strike, but if we can go for the relic and maybe pick up multi-strike later, that would potentially be better. No, let's go to the Merchant of Steel here. I'm really looking to get multi-strike as early as possible. And there we have it. Give me the 5x tube event. Okay, this is fine. I shouldn't have picked up the higher health. Oh, check strips. Check strips is actually useful. Yeah. Hi Kostaf. Glad you liked my video and thank you. So with multi-striking Consumer of Crowns, we might have a chance at the flying kill against Daedalus. Especially if we get the Consumer of Crowns in the first hand. But the quick means he will just hit the explosive, so we won't set him up on the top floor because, yeah, he will hit the explosives. It's probably not gonna be enough to kill Daedalus in flight, just because of the quick and the bombs. So let's go Homebreaker on the bottom floor. Then we play out these imps on the second floor. So we can play Consumer of Crown. Let's Shade Splitter, just to have a morsel for the future. And keep the hand. Let's set up these trains you want. Probably not necessary at all. Just to save damage here on the imps, but... yeah, I like it. It's pretty lively in here. I do want to kill this bomb, but that seems impossible. So I guess we'll just block the damage with the train sword. No good use for the torch here. And final wave. We have an easy kill here. No flying kill, but still pretty good. Umbra stone. Umbra stone would be very nice. And here we have it. Next to Alloy of the Ancients and Dark Deal. I think I will take the Umbra stone. The trample is gonna be very helpful. Shadow Eater, Morsel Master, Morsel Maker. Nope, this is not the deck for these cards. And I think it's draw. So we draw into our imps faster so we can play our consumer earlier. We do have a nice chunk of Ember generation already in the deck, and we have capacity improvements as well. Now the thing with the second consumer of crowns is that it's gonna be much harder to play the second one. Unless we keep our imps very safe, and even then it's gonna be difficult because the pile jumper is necessary. So I am considering going to the left first and make dupes later when I'm better equipped. But then again, on the next floor I really want to go to the right and look for Guruk's Goad to give another multi-strike to all my demons. So I guess we will go to the left, to the right here. Get some removals, these are nice as well. Probably right now the Shade Splitter are the weakest cards in the deck. It's gonna be a very Hellhorned focused deck. And now I could consider duping a card that isn't the Consumer of Crowns, but I think that's just not a good idea. I was thinking about duping an imp, but nah, it's gotta be the Consumer of Crowns. We won't need a second one yet, but we will need a second one to kill Fel in the air. And I think it should be pretty easy to keep the imp safe once we got our first consumer out. Which hopefully is gonna be second turn. The Rubble Mortal definitely makes that more likely. Or do this want to go on the bottom floor? Yeah, that actually seems more useful. They will die, but they will weaken this Clip Defender, so... Alright, I totally missed the haste right there. Obviously, the Hellhorned, the Hornbreaker Prince should have been on the top floor. Somehow I didn't see the haste at all. So, Hornbreaker goes on the top floor, Rubble Mortal, and the two guys on the bottom. .36, so we're missing a little bit of damage here. This is a bit of an awkward hand. I could either kill the Clip Defender or the Collector, but not both. Well, we will take 1 damage to the Clip Defender if we don't kill him. That's not gonna break our score, so... The way to kill the Clip Defender would be placing the Train Steward in front. And then torch the guy, which would be exactly enough. Then we only have 1 torch left for the Collectors. I could get the kill for the Collector with Perils of Production Umbra Stone on my champion. But that has the problem that I'm Ember Drained. So that's no good either. Yeah, I guess we just take the damage. Let's set up another Train Steward here on the bottom to weaken these guys. And we increase the capacity on the top floor. Keep these cards in hand. 1 imp, is that gonna be enough? With double Perils of Production, yes. No, actually no. What was I thinking? Double Perils of Production still isn't enough. Now I either keep this imp safe. I need to kill this guy in the first hit with the pyre. So we're almost 20 damage short. That's not gonna happen. I mean, I could play both Perils of Production, which would increase our damage by 8. Play a Train Steward, another 5 damage. So we're definitely gonna be short. So we have to kill this guy in 2 hits no matter what. I will keep the imp around for another turn. And here's our Pyre Jumper. And now we can actually play Consumer of Crowns on the bottom floor. And another Consumer of Crowns on the top floor. We just need to play one of the Perils. Let's actually play this on the Consumer of Crowns. And because the bottom floor will be our kill floor, I am gonna buff this guy up. This is the last wave before the boss, so... And we have the kill here. So we took 15 damage, 25 damage, which is a large hit on our score. Oh my god. Improved firebox. The firebox is obviously great here. Imp in a box. The imps are a bit less necessary now with the improved firebox because we can guarantee Consumer of Crowns play on the first turn. So maybe I'm looking to pick Inferno instead to clear waves so we can focus on the boss more easily. Feast and Grovel are definitely not what this deck wants. We are facing the Consume Seraph. Ember Cache is a nice... is helpful. Ember Cache is actually quite good with Magic Hand as well. Let's pick it up. We should find a way to make use of it. Now I definitely want to look for relics, Gurk's Gold would be so strong. Ashes of the Fallen is pretty good with the imps we already have, and there's Gurk's Gold. So now our consumers are double multi-strike, so they will hit 3 times. So now we should be very powerful and capable of killing Fel and Seraph quite early. Mark of Invasion might mean we take some damage here. Depends on how this goes. I guess if we set up the first consumer of crowns on the top floor, I wanna play the imp first. That's for sure. If we set up the first consumer of crowns on the top floor, we should be okay. Where are we gonna put this imp? Probably on the second floor. Yeah, let's train your imp behind, and then consumer of crowns on the top. And Hornbreaker Prince on the top as well. Space Prism, and we will armor up this one imp. Oh, I forgot about jack strips. We could have just ignored these guys. Ah, you didn't have enough gold hidden away. Yeah, I was having this relic on my radar for a while now, so I was definitely being careful with spending gold, so I could afford something like that. No Pyre Jumper yet, but I could play the consumer. Well, I don't want to play the consumer right now, to be honest. I need to make space to draw more cards though. There's another Train Steward in the deck, so I can play this one out. And let's just wait to the event to draw another card. Pyre Jumper last card in the deck, but that's fine. Top floor is set. Now we only need to get ready to place our consumer of crown on the bottom floor. And we will use a Train Steward in front of it as a tank. Not like that's really needed, but might as well. Looks like it might make a difference here. We torch these backline guys, and that's gonna be enough. Yeah, wouldn't mind one extra armor card. I could pick it up here with the March of Shields. I think I will take one March of Shields, yes. Engine upgrade. Engine upgrade is pretty decent. Okay, I'm happy with an engine upgrade. We do have a bunch of expensive cards, so it's definitely gonna be helpful. We don't really need unit upgrades anymore unless we wanna make Imps Endless or something like that, which is not that high on my radar right now. Let's go to the Merchant of Magic, get some much needed spell upgrades. Double stack. Okay, let's make the March of Shield. It's pretty good. Cost reduction probably goes on the March of Shield as well, because this is something we want to play often. Could also go on the Inferno. I think it's better on the Inferno just because the timing of the Inferno is important. I will reroll here first. Permafrost is not needed. Timing of the Inferno is gonna be pretty important in some combats. And I will upgrade this Vent with Consume and plus 20 damage. Let's get the final Shade Splitter out of here and also start removing some torches, because these are gonna be garbage after we've dealt with Fel. I should probably have looked at this one first. Penance Yard. We are facing Seraph the Diligent, so I am looking at the Ember Stasis. Is it gonna be helpful? Because the Diligent will shuffle in some Blights into my deck, so when I draw them I can use them as 100 damage nukes. Now a Flying Fel kill is much more achievable. And for that I don't want to set up on the bottom floor, because the bottom floor is where I'm gonna play my Infernos. So I'll just set up this first Consumer on the top floor and hit Fel very, very hard with it. That is a perfect time to draw the Inferno, because not only can we clear a whole floor, we can also hit Fel with it at the same time. Then I'm gonna do the engine upgrade on the bottom floor, because the bottom floor is unlikely for us to be where we set up. We will have a reduced draw now because of all the cards that are accumulating in our hand. Let's do a Space Prism Welder Helper here on top floor. And use the Calcified Ember to keep this bottom floor clean. Another Calcified Ember here. The Welder Helper will die, which is a bit of a problem, because it makes the Consumer of Crowns a bit harder to play, but we do have Perils of Production and we still have the Pyre Jumper in the deck, so I'm still gonna armor it up. I think it's a lot better if we can manage to save the Welder Helper. I'm a bit starved for draw here. But I do want these Calcified Embers gone, and they are useful in killing these big enemies. Let's play another Train's Award. If only I could play the Consumer of Crowns here. I think the Consumer of Crowns has to wait a turn, and we have to snipe Fel with him. Actually, it's not gonna be enough by itself. This is a tiny bit of extra damage. No, I guess we have to speculatively play the Consumer of Crowns here. And hope Bell goes to the middle floor. We do have another Perils of Production in the next hand, so I will play it out here. Because we need this statue gone, otherwise this is not gonna work out. And now we have this overcharged tank in the way. Yeah, I made a big mistake in this combat, which prevented me from getting the kill last turn. I wanna see if it's actually possible to get the kill on the turn 5, the 5-turn boss rush with this deck, because I think it's pretty easily possible here. I just need to not play the Homebreaker Prince on the top floor, because he doesn't actually serve any purpose there. We can put him on the middle floor, so we do have space on the top floor for a second Consumer of Crowns. Because the top floor is the one that's most often gonna be clear for us to use our to get our damage out. That was actually a big mistake I just made. Damn. I need to focus here. I forgot the Imp was gonna die if I play him on that floor. So, and we need the engine upgrade after all. So, again, Consumer of Crowns goes on the top floor, Homebreaker can be on the middle. And here we play Inferno and engine upgrade. We keep the Imp around. And then we need to Space Prism on the top floor, so we will have enough space. Still think the Calcified Embers... maybe not a great idea. Maybe I should keep the Calcified Embers for now. Just so I can play out more cards. I think we can play a Calcified Ember this turn though. And also play out the Imp to get ready for a potential Consumer next turn. We do have the chance to play a Consumer now, but Fell is on the wrong floor. But now we don't really need to play out as many cards anymore. I do want the capacity to play the Consumer on the second floor if that's necessary. And other than that, it doesn't matter much what we do. And here we can play the Consumer on the top floor. And we give the frontline Consumer Trample, Rage, and use a Kelpified Ember. And we are 20 damage off. But we do have the kill with the Inferno now. So looked like it was impossible after all to get the kill here. We have to. That's how we kill Seraph. Still draw. I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 more imps right now. A third consumer is probably too much. We don't even have the space for it. Maybe it's better to get another Pyre Jumper here. We're definitely going to the right. Resonant Shard is actually quite good. Yeah, the Imp in a box would have been fine, but the Inferno is also very good, so... Let's get another Pyre Jumper, I think. Means we can play out the consumer much more easily. Heaven Seal. Well, we don't care about that. We kill them all on the bottom floor. 2, 3, 10. No engine upgrade per turn, but that's okay. We can Space Prism here. Play a Pyre Jumper. And then get the other consumer out. Now, this floor doesn't need the capacity anymore. Play out these trade duels and then we Furnace 10. Let's add Trample to the front line. Yep. And a lot of armor for our frontline unit. Yeah, I probably could. Well, this front consumer of crowns would eventually die, I think. Unless we give them some armor. No more cards to draw. I will take another Pyre Jumper. Void Binding? Okay. I mean, we can easily take all these cards, these Ember Drain cards. Not a problem for us. Let's look at the Merchant of Trinket first. Damage shield 2 to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. That's not gonna be impactful. And the other two just don't work for us. We have no morsels. Lifesteal is disabled by Hollow. Consume Crown, Hammer, Chestplate. These aren't necessary. They don't really make a difference. We dupe the Consumer of Crowns. And the only thing I'm really looking for here is Consume removal on the Furnace tab. Yeah, I mean, another Consumer of Crowns means we can have more Consumer of Crowns bashing the Seraph, right? I will cost reduce the Furnace tab here. Spell power is not necessary, let's reroll. Holdover. Holdover is also not useful. Finally another cost reduction. The final cost reduction seems unnecessary. Let's save the gold. And then we remove 2 of the remaining Crane Stewards and we fight Seraph and keep the rest of our gold for additional score. Now let's see if we can beat Seraph in the air. It should be very possible with this deck. I mean, this is a pretty good start. Amber Cache to get a consume. This Purifier is a bit of a nuisance, but I do want to get the damage against Seraph started right now. Playing Furnace tab here is too dangerous, because if we don't draw into the other perils of production, we might have trouble with the Purifiers. Scorch, and with Magic Hand, that's not a position you want to be in. I can use the Void Binding though, but it's also not going to be that impactful right now. I don't want to Ember Drain just yet, is basically what I'm trying to say here. There is Welder Helper at least. Sorry, Prince, but this has to happen. Not as the first card in the turn though. Yeah, maybe not. I would like to kill this guy, but I don't want to take any damage. That's the only way to guarantee it. And we need the extra Ember generation. I hope we'll be able to set up the next Consumer of Crowns this turn. And it looks like we can indeed do that here. Thanks to Pyre Jumper. I would like to keep this Pyre Jumper safe for a while. This will consume the Inferno, that's not great. I think we have to wait one more turn with Inferno. Even though we will take another, we will get another Scorch added to our hand, and our champion will die. But I guess that's okay. This means this backline guy will die. I could just use one Perils of Production to play the Inferno here, and that would probably be good. So let's do that. I will still have some energy for this turn, which, as it turns out, is gonna be enough. So we kill this guy. We Furnace tap the front here. Void Binding as well. Give him some armor. I would love to play the Vengeful Shard after the Vent, but that's just not how Vent works. Wait, we have Perils of Production. I can do that. It's actually possible here. That was a mistake. I should have kept the Perils. Ah, we have these excavated embers. Everything's okay. That's another big hit on the Seraph. Let's play a Tire Jumper. Get some armor on you. And might as well play a Base Prisoner. We'll keep the excavated ember so we can play the self-mutilations and things like that. And we should have the kill guaranteed next turn. And we do. Just need to make sure to play out all these Vengeful Shards. We wouldn't have even have needed the Consumer of Crowns on this turn. Could have killed with Inferno plus Vengeful Shards. It's only a 4-turn boss rush, but that's still pretty good. I think a deck that went for a slightly different strategy could have gotten a 5-turn boss rush here, but any more than that would have been very difficult. Can never have enough Consumer of Crowns. Well, if you can play them and they have multi-strike and quick, and you have Guruk's Goad as well, yeah, you basically can't have enough of them. Yeah, the 25 damage taken on this combat hurts a bit. That's 1,000 score we lost there. But other than that, this deck did very well. And we're in 4th place, which is definitely solid. I wonder